What's up, viewers? Thanks for joining us after our long hiatus. It's been a couple of crazy weeks, so we appreciate your guys' patience while we took a little bit of break for everybody's sanity. The last few times we played, also, we had a little bit of audio issues, so let us know for any reason you can't hear us, or if for any reason you're having trouble viewing the stream. The sooner you guys let us know, the sooner we can fix it. I don't have any other updates for everybody, just a big thank you for joining us again today, and I'll pass it off to Nathaniel.
Well, normally we do a recap now, but since we've kind of been off, we won't really do it because the last time we played, we did a episode 1 through 20 recap. So I recommend you guys go back and look at that. We're gonna just pick up right where they left off, they were in the Elven city of Phelan Falor, in basically a hotel room as they are getting ready to rest for the night. It is up to you what you would like to do at this point. Go.
If we go shopping for any more wine, I am going to shoot myself.
You mean the good stuff?
I was gonna say you mean the good
stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
some front desk person to get the good stuff.
I don't remember why I did that. Oh my gosh.
For me,
Because she's wildly depressed.
Oh yeah. So, since we've settled into the hotel and it's evening now, how's the Druid page come to get back to get me yet?
No, this is not long that after.
Okay.
Imagine you have to wait for at least maybe a day.
I guess maybe we should kind of come together as a party and decide how we want to use this week before the summit.
well, it seems logical to try to level up Langruth with the Druid circles, and if one of them is in Alrin, Alnar, or whatever that city is called, to look for the aspect.
I mean, there's 3 in the forest, if I remember from your book correctly.
I would also set a reminder and that you have 1 week before a summit is held.
Yes.
I, meaning Gorfrak, would like to go out into the forest, and this might just happen naturally as a part of our travels if we do go to the circles. I would like to find something to awaken now for our party, which I know you probably don't know what the spell does, but essentially I can awaken something like a tree or a beast with low-level intelligence, and basically the awaken spell makes it sentient and intelligent to the point where it becomes a party member, and it stays with us for 1 whole month, and then at the end of that month, I think it retains its sentience forever, but it can choose to stay with our party or not. And go ahead, Faith.
Are you gonna go find the Jeff Bezos raccoon?
If Kuda that's already
Jeff Bezos raccoon.
It's already awakened. Doesn't it have to be something that doesn't have
No. It's not awakened. I didn't awaken it because it's an 8-hour casting time spell that it takes, and I have the component.
I guess I don't understand what qualifies for this.
So, it's any inanimate tree or a beast with an intelligence level lower than 3. So I would guess, and Nathaniel, correct me if I'm wrong, any forest creature would qualify.
Yeah, most anything with the beast subtype, typically you could do the awaken spell on.
Yeah.
Anything you consider an animal that's within our world is a definite option.
Yeah. And so I'm asking the party, would you guys prefer something that's a little tankier that we might be able to use as we don't really have a member of our party who is a good frontliner. I mean, Let's a great frontliner, but Let's more of the cannon, get in, get out frontliner, as opposed
as
to
the one who gets used as the tank and shouldn't, please, for the love of all that smells good in this world, pick the tankier option.
So like a bear?
Well, I was also thinking, I mean, we haven't explored the woods, but I'm assuming I've read a little bit about this forest in my book.
I have a
There's-
book.
Well, my book too about this forest. Maybe there are either some legendary beasts in this forest that we could find that are a little bit more impressive, or probably some ancient trees that might be able to be awakened. And so that's something I would like to do while we are here, if possible.
Sure.
Well,
It's gonna take a long time.
what would you like to do then? And I'm looking at you, Piper.
What time of day is it?
It's like the night, like evening night.
Okay, well, I'm assuming everyone's going to bed then.
No, that's a loaded question. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, even though we're all in the same, does this room have like sections, or are we all
Yeah,
just like
there's
in
multiple
one
rooms.
giant room?
Like it's, I believe the way I described it, it had multiple rooms.
Okay, well, then I'm just gonna say goodnight and then go study Dunamancy.
Before you go to bed, Gorfrak grabs her by the arm. Has Sylvia told us about Zegladas's threat?
I
Yes,
would
I
assume you
believe
guys have talked
so.
about it, but you guys can readdress it here if you'd like.
Okay, I pull in Let. Everybody can be here, but I'm specifically speaking to Let and Sylvia. Don't we need to figure out who in our past he's going to go after and try to let them know? I mean, I know we can't.
I'm happy to send a message to anyone. I can't help you with who he would be targeting in your past. I don't know that.
I may not have the most active brain cells in this squad, but I would think that he would probably just go after the entirety of the monastery.
Well, he's only going to take one person. He's not going to kill multiple people per person. He said that he would, if you remember in that scene that Nathaniel did back in a couple sessions ago, where he talked to, or where it was us seeing Zegladas and Slizzard Man talking. Zegladas was only one person, and you killed the wrong person.
Well, and he even said specifically in his threat, I will kill someone that you love, that all of you love, indicating one person.
Well, I don't know if Gorfrak even has one friend, so do we need to be that worried about her, or?
Well, we don't know her past, so let's just wait and see.
I'm basing her past off of the way that she talks to us now.
Well, she used to be a part of the Druid circle. Maybe there's somebody she cares about, okay?
There's a knock on the
think so?
door.
I'm not answering.
I'm gonna go up to
I
it.
wanna answer.
Okay.
They're busy.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Ku, you open the door, and you have not met this person before. I would say the design is reminiscent of people you have seen before, specifically like in Titania. Kind of some more religious robes, but they're kind of more like travel garb in a way. And the party will obviously all, I think, glance over, and I would say most, maybe not Kai. I don't think Kai has met this person, but I think the rest of the party has. And that you know this as the mentor of Fern, Dimitri.
He is alive!
I'm
Oh my
shocked
gosh,
he's not dead.
You are alive!
I'm shocked he's not dead.
I want to close the door on him because I don't know who it is.
No, well...
Ku,
open
Ku,
the
wait!
door.
Ku!
You go for it, and then he uses kind of like the walking stick he has to kind of like block it. And he's like, hello, who are you?
Who are you?
I think the question is, who are you?
Everyone, this is Dimitri. Dimitri was Fern's mentor, well, for Ku and Kai.
Fern?
I say,
Dimitri,
Ku
this is...
doesn't know who Fern is.
That's right, I keep forgetting. Fern was a former member of our party who we unfortunately had to freeze in time because she consumed some fairy fruit.
She
In
was
the
lazy.
background,
Dimitri's
in the
getting all this
background,
context.
Let is just picking up the backpack and going, She's stupid, but I like
Yeah.
her.
Agreed.
Dimitri would like push the door open with the stick and go, I believe the correct term is, not was, but okay, explain to me what happened.
We went to.
So she ate some fruit, and then we learned that she shouldn't have eaten it. And I'm to understand that she wasn't supposed to not eat it for the same reasons that I'm not supposed to eat fruit when it's brown and stinky, but because it did
But
something
it's
to
worse
her
than
that
that.
was going to kill her. And so then I decided that we should cryogenically freeze her.
Yes, just.
And so basically now she's so cold that nothing can happen to her, and she's
Let me
preserved
explain.
until we get her out. What was wrong with my explanation? It was perfect.
You don't
Gorfrak
understand
pulls out-
magic. Dimitri, we went to see Cirrus Deacon in his tower. We had to go to the different planes to actually unlock the place to see him, and we had to go to the Feywilds, and Fern unwisely chose to eat some Fey fruit. So Cirrus determined that he could freeze time for Fern until we could find a solution. So she is still there, not far from Maple Grove.
So
How
you
is
should
that
be
any
mad at
different than
Cirrus
what I
Deacon.
said?
So you should be mad at Cirrus Deacon for designing a really stupid key to his door, not us.
Okay,
What
well,
do
to
you
be
expect
fair,
from a dude who has a job?
before she consumed the Fey fruit, she consumed that like sea onion thing from the plane of water, and that paralyzed her. So she should have known not to consume anything else.
So he goes and kind of like holds his brow there for a moment and then goes, the blasted girl, this
Agreed.
is a worrying development. Okay. Sylvia, do you still have the feather duster?
Yes,
Can I
I'm
have
not
it?
sure why you gave it to me, but I have it.
Do you give it over
What
to
the
him?
heck?
I'm sorry. Did anyone else just
Yes,
have an intrusive
and
thought?
why did you bequeath it to me?
It doesn't matter. It's big
Why do you
picture
take-
here.
It matters to me.
I'll explain another time. I heard you were in town, and it was important that we meet up at least once. But I would recommend that we talk again. I need to move forward and think about a few things.
Wait, so why are you here?
Well, long story short, when you fight a guy and you have to kind of go into hiding to see what kind of happens. I talked with my friend Liliana. She helped me maintain some secrecy on the matter, and so only a few people know that I am alive in a way.
So you're not here with the church.
I'm always doing something related. I'm closely associated.
So do you know about what they did to us?
A little bit. Again, I'm close friends with her. I mean, and so she tells me things every so often, and she proceeded to go on a rant that the friends of your protege are gallivanting across the continent, and she's not happy.
I suppose
Of
that's
course
nicer
she's
than
not
what she could have
happy.
said.
That's a little reductive considering that Ethios himself is after us.
Right. And also, we have provided them two aspects that they are searching for.
I've
So I'm
heard, and one of
assuming-
them Fern needed to hold on to, but what did she do? She opened it there, and
Wait, why did she need to hold on to it? Are we
it's
not supposed to give the speaker all the aspects?
there's a time and place for everything, and that was not then. Just as I needed this feather duster. Anyway, I need to get going. We can talk another time. I'll be in the city for a little while, and I'm also requested at the summit, so you'll see me
Just-
there.
Well,
Just so
Well,
you
hold
know,
on.
we may be leaving and not returning until the summit.
That's fine. I'll be here that entire week.
Okay. Where
Let
can we
is
find you?
slapping past Gorfrak and Sylvia and everyone in the way and going, wait, before you go, and reaching as far into the bag of holding as they can and pulling out a roll and going, to remember her by, and then just walks right off with no other words.
A roll as in a bread roll?
Yeah, we stuffed a bunch of them in the bag of holding.
He takes it and is like, thank you, I think I'll need this. And then he like
It's
hurries out.
There's like at
Wait,
least
where can
3
we
bites
find you?
missing from it.
I'm in town, I'll find you if you need me.
Okay.
I'm dead.
And he shuts the door.
I didn't even get to take his robe.
Okay.
He's in a hurry, okay? He needed a feather duster.
So, I
For
guess,
what?
was it you who saw someone who looks like Dimitri when we were leaving Lux? That must have been
That
him.
was Fern and you.
Oh, so it was just me. Okay. Well, then that was definitely him. That's crazy.
That is
Confused.
insane.
Very confused.
He seemed to
Um,
take the news of Fern's idiocy fairly well.
It shouldn't
Well,
have
she's
surprised
not-
him.
Well, she's not dead, so that's at least something.
If you're frozen in time, aren't you kind of like a little bit dead? Like maybe just like a little bit.
I don't think you're dead or alive. I think you're just paused.
You're both.
Like a rock.
Like rock.
Rocks can be alive.
Is there anything else we need
Yes.
to discuss tonight, or can I go study?
I come back to, just because I'm rough around the edges doesn't mean I don't have people that care about me and I care about them. And I basically, I know I can't send the message because I don't have that spell, but I describe Memorial to Sylvia, which I guess I'll let this backstory piece slide. When I was a Druid apprentice, there were 3 other apprentices that were with me at the time in the Circle of the Coast back east. We've met one of them before. She's on the High Council, Yankoris, the Fire Genasi. The other one, which I'll keep close to the chest for now, and then the one I'm describing now, who was my closer friend, Memorial, who is an Earth Genasi. He was the strongest apprentice of us, and I don't know where he is since I was exiled. And so I describe him to Sylvia, and I say, would you please just warn him to watch his back? Say that Gorfrak is still thinking about him and misses him, and that he needs to just stay on his guard and stay safe, as safe as he can.
Of course. I'm happy to send the message for you. If you know who will be targeted for you, I can also contact them.
Oh, he'd probably bother Tenzin, though I don't know that Tenzin would necessarily need to be worried, but I'm worried, so maybe you should say something. Tenzin's
Okay.
tall. They have no hair like me. Wears different colored robes than me. And also, usually calls me, hey, stop that.
Nathaniel,
name.
do I need to know these people to be able to send a message, or is description alone enough?
I think this is a very interesting example of the 2 different descriptions that went on. It was not satisfactory for what you need. Gorfrak, on the other hand, had enough detail and ways to describe that would indicate you probably could. If it doesn't
Okay,
work, you won't get a response back, but I mean it's worth a shot. But you know for sure won't be enough.
I'm gonna need more detail, or it's gonna go to some random monk.
Okay, Tenzin has a tattoo. Tenzin's tattoo works. And Tenzin wears dark blue.
Tattoo works.
What?
Yeah, like it works. You know, like a tattoo.
No, do not.
What does it
No.
do?
Further explanation is needed.
You know, like well gee, how do I explain this? Tenzin has a tattoo back here.
Yes, we got.
You know, like a big picture on their back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and tattoos, or Tenzin's tattoo glows.
And
Does anything
that's
Their
happen when it
tattoo
glows?
works. Huh?
Does anything happen when it glows?
No, it glows all the time.
Okay.
And what does
What?
does the tattoo do anything? Or does it just
What?
is it just shiny?
It's just shiny. It's the
What-
tattoo. Your elders don't get tattoos?
No.
I mean,
So is he? So they're an elder.
my
Yeah,
mentor had
Tenzin's like an
some
elder.
cactus tattoos. That's about it. They didn't glow though.
You'll know it's Tenzin when you see them screaming at a bunch of younglings to stop doing the same kinds of things I used to do when I was little because it, quote unquote, might kill me. I don't know how to be
he
any
clearly
clearer.
survived, so it's fine.
That
Right.
should be enough to go on. I'll send a message.
Tenzin's
Well,
face is long and kind of square.
I say, wait, I have an idea. Ku, can you connect all four of us really fast?
3.
Only 3? Do you have to be one of those 3?
Separate 3. 3 and Q only has 3 and me.
So you
Four!
could get me, Let, and Sylvia all together in the same mind link, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you do that real fast? I want to make sure our messages get to who they're supposed to get to.
Yes.
Thank you.
I will stare into eyes and connect. I don't know if their mental images will go to anybody but me.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay.
So Ku does it, and then just watches expectantly.
Yeah,
Just
Ku
watching.
is like a conduit for the rest of you. However, if there were more Vurias here, that would be a different story. But yeah, Ku's the only one that can receive those images.
What is the point of this? I do not understand.
Are we in some kind of brain thing?
Do you not remember this Ku's ability?
So now
What
when
is
Ku
she
is
like?
speaking, you're hearing it in your head, and the sentences are a little more constructed.
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
necessarily
10-4.
need the verbal words to understand what she means.
Okay.
So I guess Gorfrak tries to send a mental picture of Memorial to Sylvia and then realizes it only works towards Ku.
Okay, wait. Amorial or memorial?
Memorial. Mamorel. Memorial.
Okay.
Who is this person? They are rocks.
They are. They were a very close friend of mine. Somebody who I had a lot of confidence and trust in. Somebody who was sad to see me go, unlike so many others.
That sounded like a pity party.
Okay,
Familiar.
so Sylvia, who are you messaging then? If anyone at all.
I'm messaging Memorial first. I am typing it out so I can count the words.
So
I actually know that I messed up a detail too, so I have to fix something if we want that to be functional because Nathaniel's a stickler, and if I get this one thing wrong, he's gonna make it not work.
You can always throw the description to me.
So I am not aware of that apprentice. Is it someone? Because who is the mentor of that person?
Did I say the wrong name?
So Yankoris has the apprentice Moridia. Memoria has an apprentice of Bringud?
Yeah.
That's the
Bringu.
memorial. I think you're naming off the original mentors, not the
No,
mentorees.
Who's the third Druid apprentice?
Jasper.
Jasper. That's the one I meant.
Yeah, Quartzite was the mentor. Jasper was okay. That's what I want.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
cute.
okay.
New Plan Piper. Same description, different name.
Yeah,
Jasper.
just same person.
Jeez. That's what I get for not being able to pull up my background document because my computer is killing itself.
Don't worry,
I
I
had
got
to
you.
pull mine up too.
Okay. Message to Jasper.
Thank you.
Message from Gorfrak. Please be careful. Life could be in danger. She is thinking of you and misses you.
Aw.
You will get a reply and you'll hear back. I didn't know she was still around. I will keep that in mind.
I'll relay that to Gorfrak.
Please tell me I get to hear it too because of the mind connection.
Allow it. Yeah, go for it.
Just for fun. I just want to know if I hear it.
All right, anyone else?
Who's a nosy bitch?
Alright, okay, so we still need to send one to Tenzin.
Yes.
Okay, but I have to correct myself. Tenzin's back tattoo doesn't work yet. Tenzin's back tattoo might work, but I don't know yet. I have to go home to find out.
Okay.
Please
I
let
would
me
like
put
to
the
note
image of
that
this guy.
What would you like me to? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, while all this is going down, because I'm staring at you guys, all staring at each other like a bunch of weirdos, I'm gonna climb the tree. And is there like a window next to the tree? I know there's a big tree in the room, but I'm gonna go sit on the limb closest to the window so I can keep an eye on you idiots and outside.
Go for it.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, continue.
What
was
would
your
you like
question?
me to say to Tenzin?
Tenzin's gonna be so mad to hear from me. Tenzin's gonna be so mad.
Hopefully, they won't yell at the messenger.
Do I need to be short?
You
Yes.
have 22 words because 3 of them are message from Let.
Okay, you tell me if this is too many words. That's not one of them. That's not one of them either. None of those are the words. Here's the words.
Oh.
Hi, Tenzin. Don't be mad. Somebody might be coming to kill you. Love you. From Let. Somebody might be coming to kill you. Don't know what they would look like. Watch your
You
back.
still want the love you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is that it?
I think so. Do you guys think I should include anything else? What was his name?
Blizzard.
Satis.
Satis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
do have
don't
that
know what
name.
he looks like. Don't know what he looks like, but his name is Satis.
Yes, you do.
You've seen this guy.
Dragonborn.
Not a dragonborn. He's not a dragonborn.
No.
He's more
He's
snake-like
okay,
than dragon.
okay.
Snake dude.
So
Oh.
restart. Hi, Tenzin, don't be mad at me. Somebody might be coming to kill you. No, scratch that. A dragonborn might be coming to kill you. His name is
just said-
Satis.
Not a dragonborn.
Not a dragonborn.
Resembling?
He's
Is
a
resembling
serpent.
a dragonborn accurate?
More snake-like.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't identify the two are very distinct.
Lost count.
Okay, I'll just go snake-like creature named Zatis.
Yeah.
Lost count.
It's at least 65 words at this point.
Okay, you send a message, you do not get a response back.
I don't like that at all.
Might be dead. No response.
Or you just aren't specific enough with your description.
I don't know how else to be descriptive. Tenzin looks exactly like me, but bigger and with dark blue robes. And usually more mad.
You could always send a letter. Like, you could probably have Sylvia's owl take it for you.
Can she do that?
I would say you would have to reveal intimate details of where your village is located, but yes, or your monastery, I should say. But yeah, you probably could.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble when I get home.
To be fair, you all look alike.
Also,
Oh,
no
no.
birds live there, so you don't know how they'll react.
What if Alabella went there and killed everybody?
Then you won't have to worry about Satas.
True.
Good point.
True,
He's-
not
Oh my god.
There's always a bright side.
They literally were like, hey, our whole thing is keeping all this place a secret, all right? And you're not supposed to go anywhere. And Let really went, peace, and told everyone everything.
You tried once the floodgate was removed.
Yeah. Well, shit. Can I only tell Sylvia? Do I have to tell everyone else?
You can only tell Sylvia. Only Sylvia needs to know because of the familiar.
Okay,
And then Sylvia can't use your familiar for a while.
you can't?
Yeah, because it's
No,
gonna
once I
travel.
send Sybil, it's gonna take a while, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you okay to be without her for a little bit?
Yeah.
She's got her other
Can we
familiar.
do that then?
My other familiar?
Your book.
Oh, that's
The
true.
book.
I thought you
I
were
don't know that
referring
the
to all
book
of
is
us.
going
as
to get
the
very
text.
far.
Your vastly underused book.
I would say the book's
I
more
have-
powerful than the familiar.
I like
Yeah,
to imagine
yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
evenings when we don't specify what the rest looks like, half of it is just Sylvia talking to an honorary book, and the honorary book talking back to Sylvia, and everybody looking on with a mild concern.
More than
I
mild.
do that in private, thank you.
Yeah, everyone can hear it. It's too loud. Anyway, I will assume that you do that then, Let, and then you will be out with Sybil for, we'll say a week. We'll say you'll get it back at the summit,
Okay.
or at least you can use her again. I'll probably do some rolls in the background to see how long it takes, but estimate around that time. If you want to play it safe, wait an extra week, and for sure it'll be there. Is that it? Is that everything you want to do this evening?
Good night now.
Good night. I'm going to go study.
Step into the air and disappear.
If it's not too late, I'd like to have Let train a little bit and then go to sleep.
Is my purchase there yet?
Oh yeah, I would just say like after Dimitri left, it kind of arrived awkwardly, but yeah, it's here. And I think we will conclude for the evening with doing those two extra things. So I do believe Let you need to roll a proficiency within wisdom, which is your monk ability modifier. So just roll. Hang on, you gotta have something that isn't crazy like your insight. Roll medicine, and that will represent your training. And Sylvia, you roll your Arcana check.
Okay.
Medicine. All right.
Nathaniel, can I also read my book while we're doing bonus round things?
Yes. Let me resolve this, and then make sure you have your questions or whatever thing ready.
Okay.
So Let, you have reached the next tier that you needed. So within your character sheet, you're doing the elemental ability stuff, right? You have some slots that are unavailable. Fill in one of those slots.
Okay, Captain.
Sylvia, this is obviously a success. I believe this is your fourth success?
Yeah, it's the fifth one.
The fifth one? So actually, you're good to go. So you can now change your class from going divination wizard to chronology.
And now I don't
Ooh.
have div rolls anymore.
Dunamancy.
But you get some extra stuff along the way. So
Ooh, Sylvia's
Yeah.
gonna smell different when Koo comes back.
yes, and you can gain 2 dunamancy spells of a lower level.
Okay.
So
Wait, what's the cutoff?
like I'm thinking level 1. I think there's a bunch right
Okay.
there. If there isn't more than 4, no, if there's less than or equal to 4, you can go up to level 2. You need at least 5 to choose from, is what I'm looking for. So if they just scale it up until you get 5. Okay, Gorfrak, you're up.
I want to know if there are any legendary beasts, trees, or areas in this forest that we're in.
Most of the trees are in this central area, so there's a druid circle within this town. And that's where a lot of the major, like, the older trees are from that point outward. So if you're looking for legendary tree status, you're looking around there. Any legendary beasts? Nothing that like there is a unicorn out there, but like other than that, there's nothing too unusual or fantastic. It's relatively mundane creatures, or if they already have an intelligence that's beyond what you're looking for.
Okay. Did you say that there was a druid circle in this town or in the
Yes.
town?
In
Okay.
this specific town.
Okay.
You tried to get in and were denied.
Yes, that's where you were trying to go. That the druid sanctuary is like this big major druid circle.
Okay.
I'll even give you the benefit here with the book of when it's kind of describing some of the older forests here. Basically, this is like one of like a lot of other druid circles are tied to this one as kind of like a node, like a hub node. So it's important.
So Lionred's gonna level way up and we take it.
Is that it?
I suppose.
All right, we move to the next day.
It's not letting me choose, or Dunamancy isn't an option for Arcane Tradition for me.
I can fix that. Just
Okay.
continue on.
Okay.
And talk about your morning.
I guess.
So we look
I guess
for
we
a
should try to
guide
get back into the druid circle.
Yep. Let's get a guide.
What?
Skeletor memes. So, do we want to try to hit this? So, it
You're
sounds
good now.
like we want to hit up the druid circles and try to
Refresh
get
your
the
page.
aspect between now and the summit. Is that an accurate
that is
summary?
correct.
Kaya, do you have any desires while we're in this forest/town?
Not that I can think of. I'm kind of feeling the urge to punch something, but I'll just hope that something attacks us in the forest.
Okay.
I get that a lot, and the last time that I punched somebody because I had that urge, they punched me right back in the face. So I would suggest you punch a tree.
Don't punch
I think
trees.
punching
They can feel it.
And they can punch back.
And
Like
they can.
rocks?
All right.
Can rocks feel
Well-
things?
I'm sorry I brought that up.
Some rocks, yeah.
Rocks can feel things, but probably not as much as the trees can.
Led is now sitting there looking at their hands going, what kind of unnecessary pain have I unleashed?
Cue existential crisis.
Does the druid really not come back and look for us yet?
Not yet.
What a turd. It's probably in chorus that's there. I guess, do we want to try to get back into the druid circle, or do we want to leave?
If there's one right here in town.
Yeah.
You went to it
Yeah, let's
yesterday.
try again.
Ku looks up from
yes.
where she's fooling around with Lionrith. Not gonna let you in. They're mad.
Where are
Why?
they mad at?
You.
For what?
Why?
Mm.
I told them I'd
Who's
give
mad?
them my book.
Well, let's try again. And if
Also
they
like
say
the morning.
No,
So who knows? Like if they're actually gonna come to your door like immediately first thing.
Yeah. Why don't we go to the council, back to the council first, and see if they have maybe a guide who would be able to lead us through the forest to the places we want to go.
Well, I don't think that requires talking to the council. I think we just need to try to find one in the city. I think they
Okay.
have more important matters to attend to than us looking for a guide.
Like the summit?
But I mean, considering they told us to take the utmost caution, they might want to know that we're planning to be gone for 7 days.
It's a small town. I imagine they have eyes and ears everywhere that will report on us.
Which is why I was waiting at the window. Because I don't trust anyone in the city.
Also, we might want to prepare for the very real confrontation we might have with the church when they get here, whether this is neutral ground or not.
Church. Man yesterday. Church.
Yeah, Dimitri is
Yes,
a
too.
pretty high up official in the church, or he
But
was.
from what
I
I
don't. I guess he's assumed dead at this point.
Not dead.
Not dead, but assumed dead.
Not
I don't get
angry.
the I don't know how to say this nicely. I don't get the douchery vibe that I got from everyone else in the church from Dimitri.
Yeah, he's
No,
pretty real.
he's very different and much more tolerable than the others.
Thank God, I'm not prepared to deal with any more of them.
Feathers. Why?
I don't know. It was bequeathed to me when one of the aspects was given to Fern, and I don't know why, but I held on to it because I figured it was important because Dimitri does strange things.
Jeff,
I hate that
you?
word so much.
Feathers?
Bequeath.
Bequeath.
What is
I don't like it
Please.
either.
what is
Well,
queef?
too
But
bad.
also, I do like it because it makes me think of the SpongeBob scene where they're like, "Fwee fwee," when they discover fire.
Anyway, what would
Okay,
you
well,
like to
let's
do?
go to find a guide
Okay.
or talk to
Uh,
the person at the
so
circle.
you want to leave town? Is that correct?
We want to prepare to leave town.
So I think you're overthinking the dedication you need to get for a guide. It's basically like you go to the edge of town. We need help getting to X. They'll take you there.
Okay, I guess we want to try our luck at the Druid Circle one more time.
Yeah, and then we'll leave town if they tell us no.
Okay, so you want to go there instead.
Yeah. If we don't need to do anything else to be ready to go, let's go there first.
Okay. You head out and you make your way back to the location. It is kind of a basically secluded spot where is a covered doorway, guard there. And as you approach up to it, you do see the druid who is going to meet with you today, basically departing from it. If you had forgotten, it was suggested that this is Sadia, and she is the elven druid with like whitish hair, kind of like darker tattoos, that sort of person. She comes out and says, "Oh, Gorfrak, you look much older than last time we met. Are you okay?"
That's
Very
something
charming.
we're exploring in this moment. Do you have some time to sit and talk with me? It looks like you're on your way to something.
I was on my way to meet with you. You had requested that I see you, and I have a brief amount of time. I still cannot allow you in here, but I can talk if that is what you'd
Wait,
like.
what? It just Gorfrak not allowed in here, or all of us?
Gorfrak, I need to ensure that she is on our side, not anyone else's. We currently have an issue that deals with Orgrimmaz and his group that likes to take the form of others. I want to make sure that this is actually Gorfrak and not some deception.
Fair enough.
And then
As
I
well
also
as
add to that. I add to that and say to Sylvia, I say they aren't going to be very friendly to me because I'm in exile right now, and so they're certainly not going to let an outsider like the rest of us in. I'm sorry.
Yes, and from what I've heard, we're being called upon to a summit talking about a divine in your company. And
just
she
look
glances
and
at
point at-
Lionrith.
Who's hanging out with
yeah.
Lionrith? Just goes up.
I ask her, I tell her, I say, yeah, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk to you. Is I wanted to, as a show of good faith, to show my allegiances, introduce you to the new divine, as well as talk about some other things.
Then I will do my best here to make it a little bit more private. And she kind of starts conjuring vines and things to kind of like encompass the little space that you're kind of in, this kind of partial cavern, to like basically like kind of block it out, so then that no prying eyes can kind of watch, sort of thing. And you kind of have little globes of light popping in around you. And she goes up to him and says, "It is nice to meet you. I wish we could have met sooner." And he goes, "Are you going to be nice to my friend?" And she goes, it can be complicated, but I would like to believe so." And she looks to you and says, "So you have an important book then? You have the book, I should say."
I do, and I don't know if you'll be forthcoming with me, but is this one of Gaia's relics of power?
Yes, it is. It we I wish that we had it sooner, or be in some sort of safe hands. We had some of the artifacts together back in Lux, but when our sanctuary was assaulted, we lost some of them. We do not have them all together again, so it's going to be difficult to bring them back together. But this could be a good, advantageous move on our side.
You have them all back together on Lux?
We had two of them
The High
out of
Circle
the
said
three.
that they were missing one of them.
The book.
No, they were missing the spear too.
We had recovered it. We had got the last few pieces. Actually, the last few days while we were there, we had gotten word that we had retrieved it. We lost the one that we held there in the city of Lux, but we still have the spear. So we have one out of the three right now, and the other one is in the hands of Orgrimmaz and his followers. A
Truthfully,
part of
I
the group
find
that
myself
assaulted Lux as well.
truthfully, I find myself saddened that you didn't come and talk to me again once you had recovered the other one. I mean, you remember I came and talked to you in Lux.
We didn't know where you were or whose side you were on. Where our numbers a little bit far between. And there is, I would regret to say, some politics on the matter, if you remember. There are some people who support you, and then there's others who greatly disagree, and I can't move to do something, but this might change things.
I see where you're coming from, but if anybody's allegiances should be in question, it should not be me. I've maintained my faith and followership of Gaia even when my family and the people I love turn their back on me. I've continued to represent Gaia throughout the world, throughout the Tournament of Ascension. I mean, we saved the king's life. I saved the king with Gaia's magic myself.
I had agreed with Duncan when I spoke with him last that I do believe the punishment was harsh on you. However, there are members, and we do not have the total votes to sway it entirely right now. However, I think we can change that if you help with the other two circles right now. There is one that, and she'll notify you. You already know where these circles are. There's one to the kind of the southwest-ish kind of area that she claims to be the southern circle, and that she says there is a untamed growth there that is causing vast damage. If you can go there and help, that would be great. However, a more easier one, and I would like both of these resolved, is the Northern Circle with Ellen and LNR. We've sent people to help go deal with it, and they should be there repairing it as we speak, but they may need some help, and to show good faith, I think it would be best if you head there. If you complete both of these tasks, I will allow you inside.
Okay.
And I will reinstate you.
I appreciate that. That makes me happy. I, as a show of more good faith, I will just be forthcoming. Lionrith here is an up-and-coming divine. He is still not as powerful as the others, and one thing that we found is that he connects rather well with Gaia's magic, and he actually can use the circles as kind of a way to channel his divine magic. Now, I understand that I'm not allowed in, but would you be able to take him into the circle, allow him, it just takes a few minutes. Would you allow him to access the power and come back out? It would be an asset to us if we go to the southern and the northern circles, to help clear them out if he was a little stronger.
I think you should roll persuasion.
Okay.
I believe I have to do that for you today, so we will have you roll that. For the sake of asking, because I know this is a pretty key roll, does anyone want to assist?
Can Lionrith assist?
He cannot in this case. This needs to be
I
a
mean, I can assist.
Wait, what's he rolling for?
It doesn't matter
persuasion.
because assist is just he gets to roll. She gets to roll twice.
No, I want to help.
If whoever has to help has to add to the conversation of why they should allow Lyrith into the circle.
I don't want to help.
Okay,
I kind of Gorfak motions over to Ku. I say, have you interacted with a Varios before? To the Druid council member?
She replies, I have on a few occasions. They are very kind creatures.
They are. My friend
I hold
Ku
up a
here.
She pulls out a similar like knife in design and gestures out, not like design, but a druid-esque knife. And goes, do you want to exchange?
Oh.
Ku will kind of like hold out her own knife, but not take the other one, and because it's gonna disappear when it leaves her
Yeah.
hand. Ah!
Oh.
Ah! 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 Not Ku! I'm gonna stick the whole front half of my body into my little like pocket dimension and start rummaging through to find something because desperately wanting to trade. I'll pull out my common yellow butterfly.
Is it still alive?
At this point, I don't know. I doubt it.
I'll leave it up to you. Is it still alive?
Fuck it, yeah.
Okay. I would say it flutters away from you with like a little injured, and she's like, "Oh dear," and then like basically casts like cure wounds on the 2 HP butterfly. And she goes,
Finally, an effective
I
use
can
of wounds.
like she pulls out like a nice like really like crisp looking like maple leaf, and she hands it to you in exchange.
It goes in.
Yes, I had met them, Gorfrak.
Yeah. Ku has a really interesting connection to magic, and she can probably further support what I'm saying about Lionrith having access to the circle. And then all eyes turn to Ku.
He looks intently at you.
True. Point to Lionrith. Baby. I snap the mental connection into place because that's easier than trying to find words. And basically just flood her with information about Lionrith, the Divines, raw magic and how he's channeling it, Dunamancy, and then Ku, of course, has a different perspective on magic and what it feels like, so she'll probably get some of that too.
Okay, so that was a 15. There was a roll of a 6 and a 14.
Cool.
I do believe I think that would be enough. I would say that initially it was going to be even a higher roll, but I think Ku lowered it down a bit there. So she goes, I certainly can't see a reason not to. This will be an interesting discussion then when we have for the summit. I cannot say that it will go well. But
What do you
I hope.
mean?
Well, with the groups involved, I've had dealings with the different people, and I would imagine that certain topics will be brought up that of what to do with him. Um,
I
I think
imagine tension
Be
will be
free.
high.
Do his own thing.
we have taken a more neutral stance on the matter, but maybe we can help and more or less not.
Let's in the background just going with this weird out of pocket philosophical debate to themselves. Does true neutrality even really exist, or does one always have a stance?
Some say that the true neutrality is with Gaia, and that your ability to embrace nature and the love of all creatures,
I love
not
it.
to take the side of either good or evil.
I certainly don't love that my magic comes from Valdara, but I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily evil because of that.
Even though your power is comes from an evil source, it is not what it comes from, but of how you use it. I certainly do not believe that it is a harmful thing. Um,
Should all be Ferias. No channels.
yeah. Anyway, I would say that even within nature itself, there are some things that have to that die in order for things to be reborn, and so forth. It is a everlasting cycle. Anyway, uh, I will could only really allow Linrith in. I can't
Understandable.
allow anyone else in. But you have my word that I will not let anything come to harm to him.
Of course.
Yes, Blue One.
Will there be snacks for
Uh,
Lionrith?
I don't know. I don't know this process. I'm
Okay. Well, if there's snacks, offer him blueberries. I want to know if he likes them.
okay.
Okay.
I assume this doesn't take long, right?
Yeah, just let
No.
him go into the circle, and I mean, he really hasn't told us what he does to activate it, but it seems to just kind
Gonna
of
happen.
like a key in a keyhole type situation.
Okay.
The only time we've ever put him in anything is when it was frozen and he didn't freeze, so we don't really know.
She looks just as confused as you do, and then goes, "All right, are you ready, Linrith?" And he goes, "I think so." And the two depart into the interior. We will not see what happens as we will be waiting for a little bit. This takes about, I would say, about 20 minutes. It does take a while. You get the impression, and there's the guard there, and you can ask this from him, and that it's not like immediately there. You have to take a little bit of a walk, so you can imagine that takes some time to get there. There reaches a point to where you're like, okay, it's taking that 20-minute mark when a wave of magic like emanates outwards from it and kind of blasts into you. And it just keeps kind of going a little bit. Ku, you're the only one who I think can do this role. You can either do Arcana or you can do Perception on
Fascinating.
this.
Okay. I'll do Arcana because that's a little bit better.
Okay.
Come on, that's a 13.
13. So you were not ready for it, but it definitely was a wave of raw magic. So you're flooded with power briefly before it eventually fades. And I think this is where we'll take our first break.
Nice.
Hot dog. Okay, viewers, we'll be right back. Enjoy this pause screen.
All right, viewers, we're back to continue the chaos. I have nothing
And
else.
so you got blessed with that magic. I assume you keep waiting unless you say otherwise.
I sneeze violently. Comment.
Sparkles come out.
Done.
Let's quietly just next to Ku as she's sneezing, just kind of like waving their hands, and like larger than normal puffs of air are pushing all of her germs towards everyone else.
I'm going to take a very large step back and kind of pretend like I don't know you.
I'm gonna look at Let and be like, when did you get? Can we see this wind effect? Can we feel it?
Yeah, it's wind.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if it was like intense enough or if it was like anyway. Since when were you able to control the wind?
Just
Well, so you see, when everybody goes to bed, I just kind of spend some time trying to figure out how these little concepts called elements work. And so you see, I don't know if you know what an element is, but to be
The
truthful,
planes.
I'm not entirely sure. But when I wave my hands, all of a sudden the wind is a little bit faster.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can
Who's
do
in the
other
scarf
stuff
is just
too,
flapping.
but I can do other stuff too, but that's a surprise for later.
Interesting. Then Gorfrak turns to Ku. What's done?
Lionrith.
How do you know?
done as in dead
It's
or
done.
done as in he's coming back.
Or like, did they cook him?
Yeah.
No. You felt the magic? No. Yes, just me.
Okay.
I don't know. The way our lives in general, the past couple of weeks have been going, I feel like we need some clarification just to be on the safe side.
When you say felt the magic, do you mean like the rumble in your stomach when it's been too long since you've eaten, or like the rumble in your stomach when you've eaten and nature's calling? Or like the anxiety that comes along with making a choice? Which of those things
I'm
do you
gonna
mean?
go with none of those.
Well, then I
You
don't know.
do
I
not
didn't feel
know.
anything.
You guys, you do not feel the magic, I think. Felt it, he comes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it then.
Sneezing.
Why does it keep sneezing? Why is she sneezing?
Was not ready.
Mm.
Ready.
You weren't ready.
So Sylvia, what was that feather duster?
I don't know.
Is that why she's sneezing? Because nobody's dusted?
No.
I mean, frankly, I forgot about the feather duster until Dimitri asked about it.
I honestly did too. I'm glad I still had it.
Yeah, for
Why
once, I'm not the only one that forgot.
Did you not think it was meaningful coming from Dimitri?
I figured it was, but it was a feather duster, and a lot has happened since then. That wasn't exactly high on my priority list after some of the other things that have happened.
That's fair.
Yes.
Well, do you want to wait?
Yeah.
Another 20 minutes pass, and your friends arrive, or at least one friend. The other one's up for the debate. And she looks to you, Gorafrak, and says, "This was a great surprise. I had kept this in wraps for some time as I was trying to help it, but the circle was dying, and it seems to have been a more revitalizing effect than I would have thought.
Good.
I think that at this point, only one of those two circles need to be completed now. So I think that we can reinstate your status if you complete either one of those, and I would say you at least return the book to our possession here.
Let's go line by line there. Did something visual happen to revitalize the circle, or did it just feel different?
It was, I would say, both. There was a large magical emanation from the two the stones and Lynrith himself, and it collected and radiated outward. I believe he had gained. He keeps talking about a bucket.
Box and bucket.
I think he said there's more of a drops in the bucket, and he nods, agreeing. And I think there was a lot of residual energy from that. That is helped the area significantly. I think if there was one more circle activated, I can completely stabilize this here.
Well, I mean, we had planned to hit up both circles before the summit, and so I mean, I appreciate you reducing it to one, but I think we can probably clear out both. With the southern circle, do we know if the growth is natural? Is it
It's dangerous.
Agamez's? But is it
It's
Agamez's doing, or
I don't know. All I know is that it has corrupted much of the wildlife there and the forest itself. I sent a group of druids to understand it. They said it was too dangerous to tackle with just the three of them, and that they'll need more. Until I can get the other one reactivated, I did not want to send any more down there.
would you recommend we do the northern? We help with the northern circle first before we travel south.
I would say so.
Okay.
Very well.
About the book, what would be the advantage to handing it over versus keeping it with me? Because I don't say this disrespectfully. I understand the Siege of Lux was a horrendous loss for all involved, but I've been able to keep the book safe and make use of it. I want to protect it just as much as you do, is what I'm saying.
I would imagine it has the proper ritual that I would need to reignite this circle. And maybe others that would be very beneficial. And while I do not doubt your ability, there is, from what I've heard about the summit, is also about the group of you. And if you were tried and true tested, then there would be no need for a debate. So I am concerned about that aspect.
Okay.
True, not lying.
This is also the most sacred grounds here, and since I have had to tend to it now recently, no one can enter it without my permission.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the book out, and I'm going to kind of like not give it to her, but offer it to her, and say, I leave this with you with a promise and a stipulation. I want you to understand that this is the only piece of Brunia piece of Brizo I have left. That's why I've kept it for so long. That's why I've kept it safe. That's why I've kept it secret. It's the only thing I have of hers. I never got to say goodbye. And as you know, she was the one. She was the one that was most against what was done. I promise you that I am just as faithful to Gaia now as I was back then, even more so probably, and that I will see that both of these circles in the forest are protected and revitalized. Now, my stipulation is this. Once I'm reinstated, I would like to have the book back at a certain point. Now, the Druids hopefully will come to see that they can count on me and that they can have access to the book whenever they want. But I want to be back in the family, essentially.
I would agree. I do not want to hold on to it for that long, and it has been entrusted to many druids over the generations in this manner, and I would not want that tradition removed. This is a special circumstance. And I personally, from what I've seen here and what will be upcoming, is I would agree that a follower of Gaia needs to be in the presence of this young one here, and having the book with you as well would be, I think, very important.
Okay. I leave this with you as we go and look at the north and south circles.
Thank you. And she takes it from you. And she immediately starts flipping through it. And she says, "Is there anything else that you need?"
You mentioned I was looking worse for the wear.
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with the ritual that was performed long ago?
She looks like she's like thinking pretty hard, and then goes, "I think I've heard something about. Has anything happened in your medical history?"
What is she asking me?
She's asking what I'm looking for. Did you die or not? Or did you turn into anything? Did you get COVID? What do you got? Like,
Have you now, or have you ever been dead?
I did. This is weird to say out loud. I did die during the Siege of Lax. We had captured the murderer Zeglados and were turning him over to the king when the traitor Regulus released him, and he killed me without remorse on my birthday.
awful person.
So
Well,
Gorfrak shares your personal birthday, Taylor.
Nope, that last detail was just out of character. I don't think this calendar aligns with our calendar.
Okay.
anyway, she will reply with, "That would make sense. You would need to get it reapplied. Well, I think maybe our goals are aligned here then. The ritual can't be performed until the circle is fully activated again. I need one more activation. If you can get either one of those working, I can reapply the ritual to it, and it should help you with any medical problems that you have right now, and maybe possibly prevent you from turning to dust. We'll find out."
Dust?
Possibly.
Yes, it is. The aging process will rapidly catch up with her, and it can be detrimental. I don't know how old you actually are,
How big
but you might
is
be fine.
your collection?
As Sylvia can probably attest to, once you pass about 120, you kind of just stop counting.
Yeah, the only
You
reason I keep
count?
track is because of certain elvish ceremonies.
So it's
Let's
somewhere
getting in the back with Pooh
between
going, "Wait a minute, who
125
counts
and
that?"
150 years old.
Well, then I think that this can be in good alignment, and I can research it while you're gone. And so when this is activated, I can. Well, at that point, I can reinstate you, and you'll be allowed inside. So I think everything will be tied up quite nicely.
I agree. I think we'll see you in a week with 2 more circles. reactivated.
I wish you luck then. And she will head back inside. Yes, as she
Oh,
points.
I was just waving.
Dramatically. Okay. And she'll continue in.
I turn to the group and I say, that went better than expected.
I'll say.
Oh, were you expecting to get fired?
I was expecting to get stonewalled.
Gonna be burned?
No, I shouldn't use stonewalled either. I was expecting about a warmer welcome as we got in Lux. Is what I was
That's
expecting.
fair.
While the Druids are generally neutral, they are not a group that forgets those who wrong them.
Wrong.
I get new powers.
Sounds like
No.
I can. Well. So you know how Fern doesn't move right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can do that on other people temporarily.
Okay.
Can you free Sylvia when she's shooting a fireball?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I can do it now.
I can do that in a small way since I'm channeling your magic.
CC, I'll show you. And then Sylvia, make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it, Lionrit!
Yes!
It's a DC 15.
I love this. I'm so here for this.
You're able to resist it, but it almost is an identical scenario of it would basically make someone like lose their turn. Basically, it'll be like a stun.
Cool.
He will also talk about he has and I think Ku, you can kind of notice this now that there is this general like magical aura now that he has. No, it's not visibly seen, but it's present. You get the impression that should someone go down in a fight, he can auto stabilize them once per day. So once.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty good. Lionrit, do you know where your items are?
No, I don't.
Next one.
Hopefully, yeah, maybe the next time you'll have a better idea.
He also got some extra stuff. He has access to the Dunamancy spell list. So he has the
Nice.
level 1 and 2 tiers. His AC improved. He has a ranged spell attack now,
Cool.
and he has a healing
Nice.
breath attack.
Nice.
Healing
Healing?
breath?
Yeah, a healing breath attack. Yes.
So
Does he
not an
still
attack?
have-
Yeah, it is a beneficial attack.
Okay,
Does he
but
still
also
have his
has
cold breath?
Yes, he still has his original cold breath. Yeah.
Cool. Lionrith, can you like feel it when people use the magic that you're connected to?
A little bit. It's like I can feel it used, but not where or who.
Okay.
My dad describes it better.
So if I'm using Dunamancy magic, does that take a toll on you?
No.
Interesting.
Cool.
Well, my friends,
Let's go to Alrin Alnar.
yeah, let's fix that northern circle and maybe look for an aspect while we're there.
Yep, fine. We gotta find a guide first, or we will get very lost.
We should probably go to the monastery at some point too. I'd like
yeah,
to know
there's
if I'm suddenly the only surviving member of my clan.
Yes, we just can't go there right now because we have to stay here for the summit.
Yeah.
But after that.
After.
Yeah, I will say as a reminder, Lionrith is not allowed to leave the forest.
Right.
So you are allowed to, but he is not.
So are all the places that we want to go inside the forest? Not obviously not the monastery, but the two circles.
The two circles are
Yeah.
inside the forest.
Yeah.
Okay. But the
The only
aspect
one that's
is
a little
not.
iffy
Yes,
is
the
L1
aspect
LNR,
might. Yeah.
but It's I will consider it allowed. Just don't leave the town.
Yeah, well, the
Onto the
aspect
roads.
is supposed to be there. If it's not there and it's outside the forest, then we'll deal with that as the situation arises.
Before we continue further, there is one thing that needs to be resolved is that Sylvia, you have teleportation circle options you have not declared to me.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot.
You have to resolve that now.
Oh, okay.
Make big decisions on here, right on camera.
I know, and I completely forgot about it. I should have been thinking about that over the past 2 weeks.
You
Don't forget
had
you
2
have an
weeks.
automatic teleport back to your house already.
Oh yeah, no, I know. There's no point in me putting a circle there anyways, because my father specifically said, "Don't come home until you save the world." Does it make sense to put one in Titania?
I was gonna say hot take. I think Titania might be a good one if we need a fast get out of jail free.
Yeah.
You
Right,
technically
because
have the one that is in that old house
oh,
He
so I
already
don't
knows
have
it?
to.
Nice.
because it's on the ground there. It's a permanent circle.
Okay, gotcha.
But
yeah,
But do we
it
want to
is
use Alabella?
you can use that as a memorization.
okay.
You do not know it, but there is one there. You can use that as
Okay.
a option.
Okay.
There's not one into the forest. Is it bad to have one to Sears Deacon? Or the Griffin Rider, Allison?
That's what I was
Either
gonna
of those
ask.
could be
Where are
useful.
the Griffin Riders now?
You don't know.
How many do you get?
I get
2.
2 locations.
And it have to be something you kind of encountered or have reason to in your backstory.
Alright, you can't teleport into the desert to the east.
Could we teleport to the monastery?
I haven't been there, so no.
No. And there would need to be a teleportation circle there, which I do not think you have one there.
Probably not. I think they're a little Amish.
Bless.
Would it be beneficial to have one here?
I don't
Like-
think there's one into the Great Woods.
Oh yeah, because we talked about
There probably is one,
teleportation magic.
but you can use that as an option if you like, since you are here. And just like, yeah, the council provides one, and you have access now. That's kind of what this learning the spell kind of does. You kind of get something that's at least vaguely related to you having it.
Okay. Well, then what should the other location be? I'm trying to think of where else would be beneficial.
I like that idea with I like the idea of Maple Grove, Sears Deacon, for a couple reasons. One, it's kind of another neutral site with an ally, but 2, it's a way to get us. Like, I'm thinking about the Knights again. I know that Nathaniel has said that they won't be an issue here in a little bit, but the ability for us to move around the continent relatively quickly. Because Titania is kind of central, but Maple Grove is like quite far north.
Yeah, let me look at a map. If it loads.
Let me correct you. It's
There
the
we go.
ruins of Maple Grove.
Yeah.
Well, it would be Sears Deacon's Tower, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where it is on the map.
Yeah.
oh my
How
god.
frequently
ugliest
do you
card I've ever
obtain
seen.
new teleportation circles?
Honestly, those 2 options I think are pretty good.
Okay. Then I'll just go with that with Maple Grove and also what is the name of the city?
Oh, we're going here, not Titania?
Island.
Phelan
Allure.
Thalor, and then
Phelan Thalor.
Maple Grove. Those are the 2
Well, you said
circles.
that I already basically know Elbella's teleportation circle in
Yes,
that
and
one house.
Yes, and I do believe the church did provide you one when you did deliver the 2 aspects in total.
Yeah, so right.
I don't think they would
But
like us to utilize that anymore.
Yeah. But you guys have that access. On another note, this is a spell that requires components, and you'll have to pay every time you use it. So at this point, since you are in a town, to expedite it, I'll give you the free option of just buying as much as you want, but for that cost. They will be £10 each. So
What's the
How much
cost?
does it cost? I'm looking.
it's like 50 gold, I think.
Oh, that's not too
Okay,
bad.
that's not horrible.
I think. I don't remember.
Forgot that everybody in this party has.
Oh yeah, it says worth
50 gold.
gems worth 50 gold pieces. Okay.
Which it consumes. So add
Yeah.
a custom icon there in D&D Beyond, and then we'll have it imported where you get as many units as you would like, but you have to spend that much. So if you spend 4, it's 200.
Yeah. Okay.
Math.
So you want to head to LNR. That will take some time, but
I mean,
How
back to
long?
this city quickly.
you don't know. You are given an estimated day of 1 to 6 days.
Oh my gosh.
Can we ask
Wait,
our
from a
guide
guide
how long it's
from
going
a
to take?
guide that we've already found?
Yes. He is doing the 1 to 6 days day roll.
Oh my god.
I hope we don't miss the summit.
I was going to say, is there any rhyme or reason to getting the forest help us go faster?
So he can navigate it without you guys getting lost. If you guys went on your, for example, alone, you have no idea when you'll get there.
No, what I'm asking is because I remember when they brought us from the middle of the forest to the city, it was a shorter walk. It was shorter than they were used to. So the forest can change things.
Yes,
is there
as
a way
in
to get the forest on your side?
That's the 1 to 6 days. You don't know sometimes. So
But
that
is
day
there
it
a
was really
way
quick.
is there a way to know or to help?
He does. Like that's what the role of the day is. He
Can
is
we find
trying his
can we-
best, and he doesn't know how fickle it's going to be.
can we find the raccoon?
If you spend some time looking,
Let's
Or-
not get sidetracked.
No,
Or
not to get sidetracked. My logic was if we gave him more money and further crash the forest economy, he might help us get through faster.
He may not know. Most woodland creatures don't.
I bet he
Also,
skitters.
Two things. I do have a spell called Commune with Nature that I can use to find the exact location of the raccoon. Item number 2, I no longer have a speak with animals because I gave away my book, so we don't have a way to talk to the raccoon if we do find it. So
You can find him, but at what cost?
unless I cast Awaken on it, I guess would be the only way.
so if that's what you want to do, we'll see what happens.
I say we take our chances with the
Agreed.
the guide.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't miss the summit.
I'd
Well-
like to think that since we just improved the forest magic with Lionrith, the forest might smile on us.
I think you'll be fine. Just 3 days. You're fine.
Oh my gosh.
You take some time there. You would imagine, honestly, this probably would have taken you about the same 3 days if you went through the forest and no magical changes. So this is kind of average.
Okay.
So, this helpful woodland guide man, he gives you a thumbs up when you arrive. When you guys arrive, and well, if you need me, Chest, I'll be here.
Can you take us to the Druid Circle?
I don't know where that is. I only know where the town is. I'm programmed with only the city locations, so that's all I can do for you. Local civilian.
Yes, townsman number 1. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah. So I need to pull up some notes here.
I would imagine after spending 3 days in the forest with this group of idiots that townsman number 1 now has an intimate knowledge of Let's concept of how an economy would work if we based it off of the bones of dead birds.
I think he's very well aware.
I have this feeling that Let is like accidentally like a Reddit bro who is influencing people's financial decisions.
Instead of cryptocurrency, it's bird bones.
It's ethically sourced organic bird bones.
It's Corvid currency.
Corvid
We should have
currency.
Instead of the
disclaimer.
blockchain, it's the bird chain.
We should have a disclaimer like taped to Let's forehead saying, "Do not take financial advice from this person."
Oh, I think
Yeah, just
we
put
should
it on there.
encourage people to
Or
take
gloves.
less financial advice.
Cool.
We cannot guarantee results.
You're in the town of Elenar. It is a small village that resides just along the edge of the Greatwood Forest. And It is a is a typical kind of very similar to Failing Floor. What would you like to do?
I look at the group and I say, "Are we interested in seeing the town, or are we interested in getting to the circle quickly?"
I
Let's
vote
just
we get to the circle quickly because
Yep.
we waste a lot of time shopping, and I don't
Okay.
have time for shopping. I need to find out if anything has happened to people that I actually like.
Rude.
So
We
I
can
will
assume
make.
Okay.
Oh,
I like you
Daniel,
guys. I just don't like anybody else.
in the time that we were traveling, I want to assume that I made more attempts to contact Tenzin.
Yeah. So one correction I have to make is that I have mixed up the names of a few things. So Alan Alanar is not where everything I have suggested is at. It's actually in Tilsia, which is close to Alan Alanar, which is the small village.
Wait, are you talking about the aspect? That's what you're referring
The aspect.
to?
So anything I've said that's dealt with Alan Alanar is incorrect. It is actually the
Okay,
village of
so-
Tilsia,
But
So
that's
we'll have
which
to
is
wait.
near Alan Alanar.
So is the Druid
not-
circle here, or is it somewhere else?
It is in Tilsa nearby, which
Oh my-
your wonderful guide man can bring you to. I just messed up in my notes.
Can he take us there then?
Yes, he can.
Can you give me a spelling on that?
Wait, that's not even on the map.
Tilisa.
Thank you.
Is it not on the map that I am now showing everyone for no good
I
reason?
don't see it.
Yes, it is Alan Alanar. It's not on the map. That's how
Okay.
unimportant it is.
The
Well,
people of Tilsa are upset.
Yeah, well, there's only like 10 buildings there. They're fine.
So just to make sure my stupid brain is on the right page. What city are we in, and is it the one that's closest to the Druid circle?
Yes, it is the one you're supposed to be in. Just the name was wrong.
Okay, so we're in Tilsia.
You're in Tilsia, which is a small village that is close to the circle that you need to go to, as in it is in the one off that you guys did long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
Are we gonna
Incredible.
find Piper's character?
I hope. I
Okay.
want to find a sassy tabaxi.
That was
Anyway,
a few months ago.
I'd like to go. I imagine we go to a tavern or an inn and ask the keeper if
Yeah.
they know of any druids or how to get to the circle.
Yeah, so you just go to the kind of the biggest building there, which happens to be the inn.
It's gonna be in the forest.
No shit.
There is a older, heavy-set dragonborn, and he is a gold dragonborn. He's manning the counter there with a few other elves and so forth, and he goes, "Why, hello. Do you need something to drink, or why are you stopping by?"
Maybe a
We
drink
are-
another day. Right now, we're looking for a druid or directions to the local circle.
I heard of a few things that there's a stone circle out in the woods, but I don't know where it is. You might need to ask Jalinari Aldori.
And who, pray tell, is
Who
Jalinori?
is that?
She is a local guide and hunter.
We've met her. Other us.
Okay, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
not us.
I'm gonna be
Other
honest here. I'm just looking at the old one-off notes right now. So
How can we get to her quickly?
she's in town.
Okay. Can you point us there? I mean, we've never been here before.
And he gestures to another dragonborn who looks much younger than him. And he goes, Jorsna, can you point it out to them? And she nods and says, "Well, come with me. It's not that far."
Okay. I flick him a piece of gold on our way out the door.
It lands like not that close to the counter, and he has to look over and he goes, "Thank you." And then
I'm so sorry, sir. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Perfection.
you depart out, and she leads you over to a very generic-looking hunter's hut. And she seems to be fletching some arrows together. She appears to be the only human in this town, and has a very ranger roguish look to her.
Hi, are you Janari?
It's Jalinari with an L. But yes, I am.
Thanks, Jalinari. Do you know of the druids that are around this town?
So there haven't been druids residing here for a while, but there were some that passed by recently. They went up to some stone circle up there.
Awesome. We were sent also from Philenthalor to help with that circle.
Okay. Sure. Good for you.
Can you
Need
take us
help.
there?
Help.
Well, as my normal pay, I can tell you the best route for 3 silver, or you have to pay me 15 gold, and I'll take you there personally.
That is such a wild price range.
One is
sorry,
I
I
just get to sit
totally-
here. The other one requires me to weigh my life on the line.
Fair
I
enough.
had zero memory of the one shot until this part, and then I was like, "This bitch."
Wait, if I remember correctly, isn't this like the part where we have to go through these like paths in the forest and we got
uh-huh.
horribly
Yeah.
lost?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And do you remember we went and stole from a hag during this?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh
And
my
then he got-
gosh.
It's like flashbacks to the war.
When she makes the comment about having to risk her life, I say I think we're more than capable of keeping you safe, but I suppose we'll pay you the 15 gold to take us there quickly.
Okay.
Yes.
She hold out a hand.
I'll dump it in her hand.
She'll count every single one. She'll nod. She'll pocket it and go, "All right, everyone, stay together. Don't wander off. Stop picking that up." And
I wonder who that was directed at.
Let
Probably
the
not.
the
bird
person who said it
down.
on.
It was letter coup.
And she'll go, "All right, follow me. I won't take too long." You guys head out into the forest. It takes some time. Nothing too odd. I got to find the exact route there myself. Okay, so she goes down a old cobble pathway.
I remember this.
Yep.
Yeah, so do I.
She then takes a path offwards to a pond. Stop me if you want to look or at anything or whatever. And then proceeds to then go from there to the stone circle.
While we're walking, I ask her, have you taken any other adventures on this path before?
Yes, I have. And we
They
got
were
lost
idiots
in
who
here for a
got
little while.
hopelessly lost.
Yes. I know this place back in my hands now. They wanted to go up to some ruins to the north of here, or south of here, I think.
Oh. What ruins are there?
Esaladur. They needed to find something there, some sort of pyramid.
Did they touch the pyramid?
No.
Yeah, because they had to get it out.
Did
You
something
weird?
like a bear appear?
Oh.
We have to be losing our viewers with all of these niche comments about a one shot that happened at least 8 months ago.
Can I waste 2 minutes by trying to barter something off of this poor ranger?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh god. Ku's gonna try to barter for one of the arrows with... Oh gosh. It'll probably take a couple of tries, because she'll try the leaf first. And I doubt that will work. Then she'll try the white sheet from Titania, and that probably won't work.
You know what this reminds me of? You guys
What?
remember that episode of The Office where Dwight traded from a paperclip all the way up
Yes.
to a telescope?
Yes, and then
Yeah.
traded it for the magic beans.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. You tell me. What would she accept for an arrow?
she won't anything. She'll like keep like swatting your hand away like a child. She'll be like, no, stop touching that. I don't want that. It's not worth it. And but then I think you'll pull out something that's like actually like pretty valuable, and she'll be like, nah, like she doesn't think it's actually like real. You're like, all right, whatever.
I lean down to Koo and they say, "Do you really want one of her arrows?"
I want things.
Or
Specifically.
do you want the thing or do you want the thrill of the trade?
Trade.
Okay, then I won't buy it for you.
What? Gotta trade? Druid? Sadia. No,
Yes.
she knows the trade. Gotta
Yeah.
find something good.
There might be something valuable on that pond. You could.
No, don't touch the fucking.
I go stick my head under the water.
No.
There's nothing in there, unless you, I believe, roll. You have to roll.
We
Yeah,
looted it.
I'll waste time. I'll waste time rolling for this.
Roll investigation check.
Investigation? Nice.
Yeah.
It's a natural 19 for a 24.
You thoroughly look through it. It seems like this has already been picked over.
By a
Take my head
crying
out of the
goat
water.
boy. By a
Just
crying
look at
goat boy.
Gorfrak. Lies. Lies. Shake like a dog shaking off water and keep going after the group.
I use shape water to dry out her feathers quicker.
You get the blow dry look, like when you blow dry a dog.
Yeah, Gorfrak just kind of like flicks her fingers and all the water just goes back on whoever's behind Koo.
Which would probably be Let, which means Let is now sitting there doing this so that their head will just dry off.
All right, to the circle.
Chaos.
All right. You arrive there and you see a group of druids just doing some like druidic chants as they are trying to raise the power back up on a very dormant circle.
Is this like Gregorian chant, like melodic, or
Yes.
just
Very melodic.
Let is gonna have no idea what's going on and think this is a campfire song and run up by all of them and just start trying to guess what the words are and get all of them wrong, but just be so passionate about joining this song.
I'm gonna watch for like a few seconds and then be like, no.
I
I'm just
try to
picturing
like
a bunch of
calm Let
kumbayas.
down and say these are definitely traditionalists. They're not gonna like outsiders. Let me soften them up first, and then you can sing with them. Okay.
I guess.
Sing
I just don't
sing
know
with
what's
them
wrong with
later.
joining in the spirit of things.
Well, we're gonna have to join the spirit of things later once they don't want to hurt us.
Are they gonna hurt you for singing badly?
Probably.
I will.
Okay. Then I won't sing so that it doesn't make your singing look bad. Don't worry.
Thanks.
I understand.
Thanks, buddy.
Let, you aren't
like
exactly an opera singer.
that.
You don't know that.
I know
I
that because you
go-
forced me to listen to you sing in prison.
Call back.
You have room to improve.
Thank you. I'll take critiques from my fans. Thank you.
Circle Linrith now.
Yes. In Druidic, I say, how loud are they chanting? Is it loud enough for me to talk over?
It's a. You can probably talk over it, yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be an old lady anyway. I'm gonna like tap one of them in the back with my quarterstaff, and in Druidic, I'm gonna say like, greetings, brother.
Yeah, and then they turn to you while they're in the middle of this chant and go like, and they keep going with the chant. It's like,
I tap him again, maybe a little bit stronger to get his attention, I'm like, we were sent to help you. I think we have a better solution.
He rolls his eyes and he stops chanting, and you can actually see some of the way that like he was trying to empower this, like weaken a bit. And he goes, "Okay, you look like one of us, but." He looks really confused, and then the hunter goes, "I'm just gonna stand over here. I'm not gonna get involved in this thing."
I'm gonna continue in Druidic, so it's still just them hearing us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, these are my friends, except for the one with the bow. She's just here.
Let's aggressively waving.
And I say, this is Lionrith. I don't know how. I know druids are pretty secluded. I don't know how up to date you are on current events. Lionrith is a new divine.
Just go throw that out there for everybody.
Yeah, I know that's a lot to take in, but the reason why that's important for the circle here, we took him to the circle in Philanthalore, and my memory is so bad. What is this? What is the druid's name? The high druid.
Sadia.
Sadia. Sadia took him to the circle in Philanthalore, and she actually said that he revitalized the circle just from being there. And so we would like to let Lionrith come in and cleanse and revitalize the circle here too.
Here on orders.
He looks a little confused and goes, "All right." And he looks like gestures for Lionrith to walk in. He goes in and then nothing happens. He shakes his head and says, I don't think there's enough magic here. I think there's nothing.
Okay.
We need to like unclog it in a way, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I've had to do that. You just get a
Mental
puncher.
image I didn't need.
How do we do that, Lionrith?
They're doing something right, but they're not strong enough on their own. I think the guy there goes like, "All right."
Do you think if we
Let's
chanted
start-
with them, it would help?
Let's gonna start digging in
He
the
nods.
backpack and go, hang on. I think there might be a plunger in here. Hang on.
Are you telling me that the monks that don't have a teleportation circle because they're Amish have toilets?
No, I
They're
obviously would have
computer system.
stolen this from somewhere else.
Anyway, let's see if us chanting with them. I'm back in common now, speaking to everybody. I guess everybody, you're honorary druids for now. You're going to help revive the circle.
So I do get to sing.
Yeah, we all get
Yes.
to sing.
Unfortunately.
So the guy there goes, "All right." He unfurls a piece of paper and hands it to Gorfrak, and it has the wording on it that you need to chant.
Okay.
And he says, "You guys memorize this and just sing in tune, I guess. I will mark you off, so then when we start at the top, you'll know."
Well,
Okay.
I
even
can't read.
It's okay. Can we fast forward through like a montage of me phonetically training Let how to speak Druidic?
So I think for this, everyone will need to roll a performance check, except Let, you'll be at disadvantage.
Dang.
What if I use
Goofy?
comprehend languages? Does that mean I don't need to roll?
No, this Gorfrak also has to roll for this. This is your singing
Oh, okay.
ability, not you
Gotcha.
comprehending it.
Gotcha.
What am
Not
I
your
allowed
Let in
to
this
roll?
case? Yes.
Can I have
Performance.
advantage since this is my native tongue?
Yes, I'll give you advantage.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna use a lucky point for today and re-roll because that's abysmal.
Okay, Gorfrak's 11.
Let.
Yeah, a little
When your
better.
roll makes canonical sense.
What did you roll?
A
Two.
2.
All right, I'll go down the list here.
Oh, 2.
An 11. Let, a 2. Sylvia, an 11. Kai, a 17.
Yeah.
Kai's really good at this.
Ku, a 3.
I don't think when Ku gets the scroll, she doesn't really look at it. She just puts it in her pocket dimension.
Yeah, it just none of you are, other than I think Kai is actually like the only one who's providing any benefit other than like people banging pots and pans together. That was kind of what's going on for some of you. And then the guy who goes, okay, and everyone just stops. You guys are off pitch. We'll try this again. If you don't do it right, you might clog it more.
I can
Let's
offer the
try this
plunger
again.
again.
And if I cast some magic, I'm asking him candidly. If I cast some of Gaia's magic on this, would it help?
That's what they're all doing. Like you're the only other person who could have done this, and in terms of the magic aspect, and I assumed you already did it.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
need
I'll
something
use
better.
I'll use a 5th level spell on this bitch. I don't care.
No, yeah, you're good. So for this,
Can Coop
Ku,
provide
you
us
still roll normally. Let you still roll with disadvantage. Kai, you'll roll with advantage now, and Gorfrak and Sylvia, you roll with advantage now.
I would like to make an argument that Let should just at least be able to roll normally because now we've at least sung it once and Let would know the lyrics.
According to your 2, you didn't.
All right, fair, but I had to try.
Ooh.
Oh, poor Let and Coo. They just don't understand what's going on.
They know nothing.
Hey, a 20.
Damn, Let.
Multiplied it by 10. The haters only fuel my performance.
I still rolled lowest.
Okay, so we start with, I believe, Sylvia on this list first. So we got a 20, so perfect pitch now. We're doing good. Kai decreased a bit, having to carry the team there. Let went from quite literally rolling a natural 1 to a 19 of like oh, I disappointed everyone. Now I gotta like show off my singing voice. And you do as well, Sylvia. Ku, this is foreign to you. Why are these people chanting vocally? That doesn't work right. You're not doing well there. Gorvak, you did okay. You're doing all right, but this is very much a moment of there are varying skill sets here, and you're trying to also like help them at the same time.
Gorfrak's out of practice from working with the circle.
Yeah, like
the
there's a lot of stuff going on. After a full moment there is a slight tune, and then it kind of like activates a little bit, and then it activates to a full level in line with Nod saying, "Yep, it's I think you guys got it."
All right, get in there, buddy.
And that's what he does. He jumps into it, and it activates and infuses him for another time there.
Holy
and
Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit.
Let's
Get
take
the
a look
rights!
at my background sheet now here. Okay, so we'll start with powers first that he gains. So he's at a 6 now. Okay, so his charisma increases, so he's a little bit more of a charm now than before.
So less
he
of
has,
a child.
Yeah, he has spells of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th level of Dunamancy now. He has an additional reaction, and that is it.
Wait, does he have legendary reactions?
No, he has just an additional reaction.
Okay.
He has not reached legendary yet.
Does he
On
know
a
What? Does he know where his items are?
I'm looking at that right now here. Let's
okay.
see. So that's level 6 now.
Oh.
I get it.
What do you get, Madison?
He has this like happy demeanor on his face, and then it does a full 180 and sours.
no.
To like terror or pain in a way. And he looks to all of you and goes, "There's I don't." He doesn't know what to say. He's greatly troubled, and then says, you know that place, Elysium?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was my fault, and he then says, something. It was all bad. I don't know if I cannot go back there.
Okay.
To
That place is
Elysium?
extremely dangerous right now. There's something there right now, and
Is that why
and
you
if
froze it?
yes, and there is a literal rip in the fabric of reality there.
Oh, crap.
It is completely torn, and I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know what to do, and I had to freeze everything there. Otherwise, there's some I don't remember it, and then he rattles off a bit, and that's where we'll end for today.
Oh,
But we don't even get a chance to comfort him.
No, we're a little bit over time today, but
But we're 10 minutes over. Let me comfort the baby dragon.
We're 10 minutes over. You can do it next week. All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. Thanks for watching, viewers, as always. This was a heck of an episode to come back to after 2 weeks off.
I had
As
a rock
always, I had a gratin. As always, our artwork is done by Madison Nobriga, who is below me on your screen. Our DM is Nathaniel, who is that way on your screen. Our music is by Alex Frazier. He's plugged on our bio. You can find him on the main page of our Twitch. Check out his music; it's fantastic. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.